All right, and we're live now. So this is Homeroom with Smooth, episode 22. Episode number 22. And I got with me, I got Autumn, I got Sharetta, I got my boy Kev, I got Raven, and I got my boy Type X Thrills. So I guess I'm just start off like, how y'all doing? Like how we doing? How we doing, people?
Doing well.
Doing good.
Doing well.
Fantastic, bro.
Always good.
That's good. That's good. That's
Doing
good.
good. Doing good.
Okay. Y'all watch Nate Robinson get knocked out? Y'all seen the meme?
I didn't watch it live, but I saw
Man, I feel bad for him, man.
The video was enough. I feel like watching it live, it probably would have seemed way worse.
Oh, I watched it live. I was like, I don't believe it,
bro. You know what's crazy? Everybody already hate Jake Paul. You got knocked out by somebody everybody hates. That's
embarrassing.
That's bad, man.
Mm-hmm. So I'm just gonna jump right into the first topic now. So which one would you rather be? Would you rather be Insta famous or Twitter famous?
I'm gonna go with Insta famous, man. I think Insta famous is much easier to brand yourself, man. I think Instagram probably got way more people using it on a daily basis than Twitter. And plus, people just scrolling. They see all these ads. You can go live. You can do all this collaboration with other people on there. I just think, like, for business, you can do a lot more with Instagram than Twitter.
Yeah.
If anything, you could take your Instagram fame and then start a Twitter account. And then if Instagram following hit you on Twitter. But I don't know if you can go from Twitter to Instagram and it'll be the same effect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
You have more of a visual branding like opportunity as well.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think going forward, like Insta famous is the way to go. But if you're saying like if I was like tomorrow, like if it's like, snap my fingers tomorrow and I'm gonna be one, I'd probably say Twitter famous right now, just because I do believe there's still more interaction on Twitter because people, especially other celebrities, if you want to interact with them, they tend to use their Twitters first and everything. But I do see the swing going over to Instagram because like I said, it's easier to market. It's a medium. It's a visual medium, and now they're putting videos in there, so that's just the way to go. And you put anything in Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, it's directly connected to Facebook, which is what everybody does anyway, too. So,
right.
Yeah.
Okay. Autumn.
Instagram, because I really don't get on Twitter. Personally, I don't get on Twitter that much to become famous on there. Plus, I don't like posting. I'd rather post pictures than post on Twitter, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So Instagram.
I feel it. You Retta? Which one?
I kind of really didn't have like a full opinion on this because I don't do much on either. But so my opinion is kind of the opposite. Maybe I'm lazy, but I feel like it's a lot of pressure when you are Instagram famous. You have to have like the perfect picture and perfect caption. So I feel like with Twitter, you could just easily engage with people because you're just writing something and people will subscribe to your notifications and then they can engage with you that way. So kind of the opposite or whatever, but all y'all points made sense. So
yeah, there was no right or wrong answer. There was no right or wrong answer.
You're on board with what I was saying because I think as of right now, it's Twitter is the way to go. Like you said, because of the interaction that you have, and that's what people are on. So I think further down the line, just because people I think we just like the visual, so it's easier to go and connect to somebody with the pictures and everything. That's your attention grabber because people, they don't have to read as much anymore.
Yeah.
People sure don't want to think, like actually have to critically think and interpret. Stuff get lost in translation on Twitter.
Yeah.
And
Everybody
will eat you up in a second.
it does.
Yes, people will eat you
They
up.
can flip your word so easily on Twitter.
Well, they eat you on Instagram now too, but I think it's, on Instagram it's easier to hide because it's under the picture and all the stuff. But there's people that they try to eat me up on Instagram. I'm like, did you read any of my other posts?
Yeah. I
They
was talking
usually
to somebody about it the other day, man. People just fighting in the comments all day, fighting in the comments. People will be on there all day. They'll take these long paragraphs. It'll be like 2 pages. Be like, Lord.
Man, and it'd be like you see somebody picture, it'll say like a likes, and then you got like 100,000 comments. I'm like, yo.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. That's one thing Sharetta said. Like the pressure of being on Instagram famous, like you got to deal with that too. Like all the negative comments. If you go down there and you read just one, you might just read another one. All of a sudden, it'll ruin your day. Then you got to worry about your business, and then somebody will piss you off, and you don't know why they don't piss you off, why it matter. Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah. With me, I definitely see it because someone says something on the other end. I'm like, what is this idiot saying? And I'm just I've seen people go in, and because I'm always careful about that too, because I don't want to ruin someone else's day as well. But I'm kind of nice about that when I'm on social media.
Right. Okay, so that was a little lighthearted. That was a test run. They seem like we're all fighting pretty well here. So we're gonna get to the next one. Men gossip more than women.
Oh man,
Do men gossip more than women?
I think it's about the same. Honestly, I just think it's different because I think men gossip with more things, but women they get more into it. Because especially when I talk to my women friends and they ask something like that, and I'm like, "This is what it is," and they're like, "Well, what else?" I'm like, "That's all I know."
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, like what else?" I'm like, I don't care. The thing was funny. I don't care about anything else. So I honestly think I do think it's the same amount. It's just in men cover more topics, women to get in depth with it too. So
Yeah.
I feel it. That's funny.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. He's definitely right. We, as women, we definitely care about detail because the gossip really isn't worth it if we don't get the full picture of what happened. What happened? Who was there? How did they react? Who else knows?
We need juicy content.
Exactly. And I was giggling at first because Byron and I are both in a group me together, and it's mostly guys. Most of the girls I talked the most in there, but I've been busy with work, so I haven't been in there for actually at least a month or so. But when I do get in there, they gossip in their own way. Hey man, but it's like guy gossip. Hey man, you hear about so and so getting shot? Dang, that was so little cousin, man. I know that. So it's like that. Or it's like, hey, you remember old girl from high school? Man, she didn't let herself go. For real, bro, send me a picture. Then this picture's man.
Hey, she right.
So sometimes I like to get in there and just scroll and watch them talk so I can kind of observe.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Yeah, that grew me. Woo, man! If somebody got a hold of that, it'd be ugly. But yeah. So Kevin, thoughts?
Man, bro, I can't disagree with what Sharetta said. Like, and what Alan said. Men and women gossip probably about it equally, just in different ways, man. I feel that. That's all I mean. I ain't nothing else to say on that.
There isn't because that's the
Okay.
thing. If I see something and we know what's happened, I'm like, oh, like, and it's a bad example. Like this person fell. It's funny. Kevin and I were laughing about the fell, and then she's gonna be like, why did they fall? What was the backstory? Like, I want details of it too. And I'm like, no, he just fell. See, and then I'd have been ready. And then they're gonna go find out the details about it. So then Kevin and I we're on the person, got in a car crash or something like that. And you guys are going into the detail of why he fell. So you guys are still on the original thing. So like I said, we cover more topics, but then you have all the onions. But then I circle back to Sharetta and find it else, and then we just repeat.
I think that also leads back to communication, like back and forth too. Because as women, we are going to communicate all those details to you all.
Yes.
But all y'all needed was that major header, that first part.
Right.
And y'all don't care about the rest of it. But we're so excited that you have to hear the rest of the details.
Listen. I'm gonna do a PSA right now. If you call me and you're trying to give me a bunch of details and you don't give me the Spark Note version of what you're saying, I am clocked out. I am clocked all the way out. I am just nitpicking what I need to listen to. Because I don't need all them details like, oh, okay, so then we were at work and then we went to then we kind of passed each other and then we kind of did this and blah 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 and then he got called into the person's office and da 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 da. Like, I don't need all of that. Like, get to the point. Like, why did you, what happened in that day that made you want to call me? Like, that is not call worthy. Get rid of all of the front part, all the details. Okay, I don't need to know he was making googly eyes at you. I don't care.
Ooh.
No,
Add
you do
character
need
to
to
the
know
story.
to see why it happened, though.
Say what?
You do need to know the backstory to see why it happened.
Hey,
You
so
do, because my friends are like, why would you do this?
Listen, I'm gonna keep it a band. Like, most backstories are almost always the same. Like, most of the backstories are pretty similar.
No,
Unless
but that's just
you're
but that's
gonna
for
tell
us,
me
though.
you were on a trip somewhere or whatever. Like if you're like you're going through like the regular stuff, like, okay, y'all was at work. You know what I'm saying? If this happened around between 8 and 5 o'clock, you was at work. Okay, I know you was at work. So you ain't got to give me the work details. I know the setting. You ain't got to paint the setting for me. I know.
But that's what we're talking about communication is different, though, because that's the thing, because there's nuances because that's different every day from work. So then something else can happen, because I know it too, because I'm the same way with you, because I'm like, why are you telling me all this? But then I also know, because communication, they're with all the nuances, and so they need to project that, because that helps them explain the story, and that's what makes something different.
Yeah, I guess, but I honestly don't be wanting to hear it. Like,
No,
I'm
not telling you that you have to hear it. I'm just saying that's why it's important to them, because you're saying that you know the backstory, but the same and similar are two different things.
No. So listen. There's a certain level of detail. Okay, there's a certain level of detail. So we talking like let's say this is a flower. Okay, we got just the flower itself level detail.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got like the stem and its leaves level of detail. Then you got the people that want to talk about the roots. Okay, that is as far as I can go. When you want to talk about the soil, the weather conditions that had happened that day, how much you watered the said plant, I don't care about that.
Hey, Smooth,
all
people
of
just want to
that.
tell you they have a good day,
No,
bro.
It does not make the flower.
You mean,
all
bro.
of that is what allows the flower to bloom and be healthy.
Right. There she
Point,
go.
point in case
You know
you
what?
cannot have healthy communication. You can't have a flower that blooms,
Okay.
aka healthy communication, if you do not have all those other components. Boom.
See, and that's why Kev was asking about the single lens reflex camera.
Oh God,
Bro.
yeah. I'm just.
All right, so don't call Byron in the middle of the night.
Don't beat a dead horse with me, especially if you're talking about the same person, like the same person.
I guess
I'm just
we'll just have
PSAing.
to agree to disagree as the ladies.
There's only so much I want to hear. Like, either you leaving or you staying. Like, one or two. So, all right. Next topic. So, is everything fair in love and war?
Obviously not with you, because you don't listen to half the story.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's that on that.
No, that is not that on that. Okay, so listen, so I guess to unpack that, like, to push this conversation in a direction or whatever. So, like, for instance, are you okay with, I don't know, like, being like man, I hate to just throw it out here like this, but that is what it is. Like, you okay with being an Alicia Keys? You know what I'm saying? You just out here, you just take somebody perfectly good husband and then marry him. Like,
No, that's foul.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like
That's
where's
gonna
the lines? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the line? But they happy together.
Yeah, but still, you don't do that. It's foul.
I know.
That's messed up. I didn't even know she did that. I was like, what?
Well, I'll put
Alicia
it this
Keys
way.
did that?
Oh, yeah, she did.
Oh, where have I been?
No, I seen for a minute. I didn't know she did that until I looked at the back, and I was like, "Oh, they was
Because
kind of messed
like
up." Aren't they
honestly,
friends?
you wouldn't want nobody doing that to you. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
so why would you go and do that to somebody else?
I'm
You
saying
believe in karma?
I wouldn't
Oh
do it.
yes, for sure.
Like
Yeah.
I wouldn't
100%
do it.
good and
I'm
bad.
not going to judge anybody else for doing it. I guess because I don't know the whole situation. But I think because as I'm older now, I'm more just looking at everything instead of just like the narrow view. So, and I know there's 18 sides to everybody's story. So, like I said, I don't know what they went through to get him there, but I just know personally I wouldn't do that though. But
Yeah.
and like I'll say, hey, it's foul, and it'll make me worry about somebody, but I'm not gonna go hold it against them because it's either it's gonna happen to them down the line. Because I believe in that too. If you get someone in their own situation, that means someone else is gonna go take them from your situation soon. So, and
Yep.
which is why, but that's where
That's what I
I'm
was
aware
always
of that,
taught.
which is why I wouldn't do it.
Yep.
But I'm not gonna go judge somebody. You know, I might be down the line later and be like I told you so. But I mean, well, no, not that because I won't tell them so. I'm like, what did you expect? But I'm
Yeah.
not gonna,
Yeah.
but I'm not gonna hammer somebody for it. I guess that's where I am on that. So like, yeah, like it's grimy, but
Same way
Yeah.
you get them, same way you lose them.
yeah,
Exactly.
to each their own.
Exactly.
So that still don't like get into. So where is the lines at? Like, you know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
I know my line is that if they're with somebody, like if they're with somebody and they're in that relationship and that's what they're doing, that's their line.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna go in there and be their number two choice, the home wrecker, any of that. I'm not gonna do that because one, that reflects badly upon myself too. Because it's like because that means I'm going in there and I'm their backup plan because unless if they want to be with me, they're gonna totally leave that situation they're in and then come to me. But I'm not going to go in there and be like, hey, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Did he leave yet? Are you doing that? And be like a side piece.
Yeah, bro.
So that's where my line is. But that's how it is for me, you know. But to each their own. And that's the thing. I don't know everything to their story. So if someone else does it their own way, I'm not going to go and say, hey, like they're doing it wrong because they're doing what works or doesn't work for them.
right. Okay, so
I feel
Kev,
you
what
on
you?
that. I mean, I
What
agree, but then like sometimes you got certain cases where they might be in a relationship that might be harmful for them or something. Like, I ain't saying you should go
So
around
you
saving
saving
people.
folks.
Well, I ain't saying that you should, but like, yeah, I'm just saying like,
They got
bro,
escape
if the
home.
person that she with ain't no good for her, you know what I mean? And then she's showing signs that she's tired of them, you know what I mean? Trying to get
And
away from them.
who said it was
Okay,
your
so you
role
gonna
in
level up?
business?
Nobody said it was my role, but if you want
So that was
to,
your
and it looked like
opportunity,
you,
huh?
I'm just
It was.
saying.
He just woke up.
Thing.
I
Dun, dun, dun,
mean,
dun.
but hey, I mean, you just got to be responsible. But see,
Mm-hmm.
like, you got to give people like that time too, man. You can't just
Mm-hmm.
jump in there like that. But shit, you can plant a seed.
Yeah, I feel
Oh
like
No,
my
not
god.
like that. Whoa, not like that. But like, you can come back. You know what I mean?
So
Nah.
when you say plant a seed, you mean one of those guys that message you on Facebook and say stuff like, "I'm here if you need to talk."
Only if you actually like them, though. Like if you want to
Yeah,
put that
that's
effort
only if you
in, and
actually
then
like
you
them.
gotta understand what they just went through. So like, if you got the patience and the time and energy for that, but that's what I'm talking about. I said it's just certain cases. You can't just do
Look
that
at
all the
Raven
time
face.
like that. Hey, come on now.
I didn't
Sometimes they
say.
can be the
I wasn't
one. You don't never
listening.
know. You ain't seen some of them Tyler Perry movies? Hey, you seen
I
Shamar Moore?
Not
Come on
Tyler
now.
Perry. No,
You
it's
seen
not.
Shamar Moore?
With his bad
Don't
wig.
play now.
I'm
For real.
dead.
Man,
Girl.
man.
What you think, Smooth?
But I think, yeah,
And
it's
we just
definitely,
talking about we
huh?
just talking about breaking somebody up in a relationship. You mean like all fair, love, and war? We talking about people in a relationship. Like, what would you do to keep a relationship? Stuff like that too. Like, what
Yeah,
all
yeah,
you talking about?
it's all
Like, how
aspects.
far you'll go? Oh boy.
Yeah. It's also like how far you go. Like, is it? So, like, for instance, like there's this dude. I was looking at this tweet earlier. Like, this guy was outside singing. Come on, what was that song? No, it wasn't. It wasn't Ray J. It wasn't Ray J's song. one where she was out there singing, but he was out there singing somebody's song. You know what I'm saying? Outside in the he's outside the car. It wasn't raining, thank God.
Is it Usher?
Nah, it wasn't an Usher song. It wasn't an Usher song, but he was just like he was just out there just singing. You know what I'm saying, to the girl. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, she lived in there or whatever, and clearly the neighbor was annoyed, and she hadn't seen him like every day because she just looked at him like, oh, and then just went inside. But like, you know, like. Is that doing too much? Like, you know what I'm saying? Him being outside, was that doing too much, or was that like a good look for him? You know, like to say like, yo, I really want you back. You know, this is what I'm willing to do. I'm willing to embarrass myself. You know what I'm saying?
Here's where the layers of that flower come into play because we need more information in that. Why was he begging for her back? What did he do?
What did he do? Yes. What did he do?
Are you cheating and doing all this? What are you doing?
Right, because if you cheating and doing all that, you making a fool of me.
Okay, you might go home. Might as well not try.
I like how all three of y'all instantly went to what did he do? Like y'all unanimously had the same reaction.
That matters.
Unanimously.
It does.
I mean, it does matter. I'm not saying it don't. It's just kind of funny. You know, that was y'all instant place y'all went to. You know what I'm saying?
That was coming.
And that's why they need all those layers that we discussed earlier. See, it all goes back into each other.
I guess.
We can't give you an accurate answer if you won't tell us.
I mean, that's all I know. That's all I can tell you because that's all I know. And people was on, man, Twitter was ugly, man.
Twitter's always ugly.
Let me think what else. Yeah, that's fine. So what do y'all want in a man? So what do women really look for in a man? That's where we are. What do y'all really look for? What do y'all want? What y'all want? What y'all really look for? Like we y'all look for.
We've been telling y'all this since the beginning of time. Y'all just don't listen.
Huh? What?
I said women have been telling men what we want since the beginning of time. Y'all just don't listen to us. That's why this topic is still relevant. You can still make a book about that today in 2020 and people gonna buy it.
Okay. That's fine and dandy, but why do y'all end up with a dude that's not that though? Like
because they be lying and acting like somebody else they're not, and then it's revealed.
So you can only pretend for so long, but let's all face it, y'all put in the most effort at the beginning, and then once you feel like you got the girl, all that just goes out the window.
It goes out the window.
I swear to God, it's not. You was not lying.
I can say that about women too. I'm not gonna lie to you, man.
Okay, like, you can say that about women.
But look, okay, it's 50-50. How about that? But y'all be looking all beautiful, all that, doing all your makeup all the time at the beginning when y'all single, and then whenever y'all be in a relationship for a minute, sometimes it seems like y'all get a little lazy. But not.
What? That's crazy. Are we supposed to have on makeup 24/7?
No. But
that's
sometimes.
Crazy. So we supposed to put on makeup every day?
No.
I'm supposed to set my alarm. I'm supposed to set my alarm in the morning, get up, do my makeup, and make sure it's
all I'm saying is, if our behavior at the beginning seems like a trick to you, then the way y'all be looking seems like a trick to us sometimes if y'all don't keep it up all the time. No, I'm just saying we got to put in effort on both ends, but not every woman does that. Some women don't like doing that, and they look like have natural state, and that's all right. But then it's like, dang.
I think
sometimes.
But that's
just my experience, though. That's just my experience.
I feel like that's more of a principle base, though. If you're changing your personality halfway through the relationship, that speaks more volumes than if I've become comfortable enough to where I don't have to wear as much makeup around you.
I think you're talking about effort, like,
and that's actually. I mean, I feel like they should be okay with us being comfortable and want to wear bonnets and not want to put on our makeup all the time. I mean, y'all just really close.
When y'all come looking busted, not having your hair cut or your beard trimmed,
I know, right?
So don't.
But that's completely different that's completely different than, you know, at the beginning of a relationship, you know, your communication is on point, or you're always opening the door, or whatever the case may be, or
Right.
you make plans for us or whatever. And then later on down the
It just
road, it's like,
changed.
I don't know what you want to do. My bad, I didn't text you back. I was
Right.
playing a game, and
I was asleep.
now that
Right.
effort has dwindled down. So
I feel you. I gave you a very male response. I'll be the bad guy.
I did.
I'll be the bad guy.
Thank you for admitting that. I appreciate that. We have healed from this moment, and we may move on.
Oh my
I
god.
like her, man. She's real, bro.
Right.
Y'all for real. All y'all real, man. I like how they came back.
I did.
It's like, no, he didn't.
Yeah, that's totally two different things.
Okay, you came crazy.
Yeah.
That's
you notice how they didn't back you up, Kev. Nothing.
I don't want to cut anybody off. So,
I'm gonna give it a band. I know better. Like I was like, bro, you digging a hole here. Like,
I ain't worried about it, bro.
Here, let me try.
You gotta pause the conversation.
Let me try. Let me try.
Keeping
I
it
think
real.
at the beginning of a relationship, the thing is too, what he's saying is that both people, partners like that, they don't put an honest representation of themselves, completely honest. Because the thing is, because we have these things where it's like the men are supposed to do this, and this, but the thing is, and those are kind of like archaic details. Because the thing is, I know Shredder for sure, and I'm pretty sure Otter and Raven, that you guys are all self-sufficient. You guys know how to take care of yourselves, and you guys don't need us for everything. But in the beginning of the relationship, because of these ideals that we have, it's put that the man's supposed to do everything. So in the same way where you're saying you guys are a little more comfortable of kind of, you know, not getting all buttoned up, not, you know, showing your natural self because you guys are all naturally beautiful. The guys are saying, hey, it's like we're kind of giving you more space to do what you want to do and kind of have the independence. But the thing is that it goes back to communication, as we talked about earlier. There's something that's communicated saying, hey, this is why I'm kind of stepping off. Or guess what? I like to plan things, but I'm just playing out of freaking ideas. So that's why it's kind of like, hey, what do you want to do? But that's where it goes with communication on my part. So where it's like, I need to be like, hey, guess what? I want to do something with you, but I don't know what to do. So it's your call, or vice versa. But I think that's the thing that sucks in the beginning of a relationship. It's not the ideal representation of both people, because, and it kind of goes what we said to like I forgot what podcast it was on, when we were talking about like submission and submissive.
Oh man, what was that, like 11?
Yeah, no, but that's how it goes, because that's just what's planted into us of how the dating relationship is supposed to be in the beginning. So it's like, in chivalry, but but we take it to the next level. So yeah, we should always go and open the door, the car door and stuff like that, out of a sign of respect and saying, about that also. But then we can't let that carry into everything else of taking control of everything all the time.
So you're saying they need to cook more?
No. I am saying there just needs to be a healthier dialogue sooner rather than later of what's going on.
Allie, you great, bro.
I'm just playing.
You're great.
Don't take me serious. I couldn't help myself. Easy joke.
I think they're just giving me like the death eye, so I'm hoping they're going to you and not me. It's kind of hard.
They're clearly going to me. It's
I'm just, but it's hard because we're looking at it, so she can't be like, there's not a sign, maybe I go on my phone like, this is for smooth, so
Oh no, that's definitely all me.
Yeah, but I do think that's just that's how it is, because in the beginning of a relationship. So I don't think it's people not putting in effort. It's just, unfortunately, in both instances, it's a false representation of yourself, or not false. I guess you're trying to put forth the best version of yourself, and you're just not being honest. And that's both sides.
Okay, so why do you feel like you can't be honest? Like,
they be catfish in IRL, boy.
Wait. Hold on.
Guys do it too.
No.
Now, Kev.
Wait.
I'm playing.
Because I'll put this. I have a hold on. I'll say guys do it too. Because right now I have a PS5. Right? No, I have a PS5. So that's why I'm gonna do the thing. But if I'm in a new relationship with somebody, like especially like that first 3 months, I'm not gonna be playing my PS5 as much because I'm dealing with them. So with my new partner. So unfortunately, when I go back to, hey, I need to go play with Smooth and Kev because we're about to go hop on 2K or Call of Duty or whatnot too, even though she might have heard about it in a thing, and I'm like, oh, I'm really into gaming. She's not seeing it, so then it seems like it comes out of nowhere because now it's like, oh, this is what I'm doing because I'm spending time with them. So but in the beginning, and I'm not doing it on purpose because I'm a gamer. We all know I'm a gamer, and that's gonna be out there. But they're not gonna see it until further down into the relationship because when it's new and when everything's new and I'm trying to get to know them and find out what's going on, they're getting more of my attention, not my PlayStation.
So she's no longer a priority.
That's what he's saying, Byron. That's what he's saying.
No, I'm not saying that.
Hey, bro.
Because we do things differently. Because that's when they're gonna go hang out with their girlfriends and other people as well. Also, and that's the thing. Because in the beginning of the relationship, I'm like, no, like you didn't hang out with the girls every weekend, or that's a thing. But it naturally flips, and it does it on both sides, and that's why it's on a lot of things. People they don't do it on purpose.
I get what you're saying.
So. But that's where communication comes in, like we said earlier, and that's when me and my partner have to talk about it and be like, hey, this is what's going on, like that too. And then if something's actually bothering you, you have to say it, or vice versa. And I know, guys, we're not doing that too, because if a girl bothers us, we keep it all bottled up and everything like that too. And then we'll go tell our dudes, and that's the thing. She might not even know she's doing something.
Right. Hold on. The question I wanted to ask though was like, so why don't you feel like how long does it take you? It's two questions. How long does it take you to open up to that person? You know
4
what I'm saying? And be oh my God, that's a long time. 4 years.
4 years.
What is that?
4 years, you're a sitting president, ain't it?
4 years.
That guy's straight.
You would have to have a whole merge on the back end.
He had a whole presidential term.
Man, there's a whole new batch of kids in high school. Like, them ain't even the same kids no more. Everybody done graduated now. Folks done got degrees.
Oh, okay.
But
did the last person was the last person you with hurt you that bad, bro? I'm just asking, bro. God dang.
That's a valid question. You in a safe space. Talk to
his heart is in the jail cell, man.
Gamble.
Got a sentence.
This black is it right here. See how dark and crispy it is now.
For real though, man.
Oh wow. Jeez. Bro.
It take me a little minute, man, to open up to somebody. It'll take like 4 years, but it can be like a few months, bro.
No, it's usually like I said, it usually takes about 6 months, and I think like on both sides because people they get to know your circle, and then and that's the thing. People you act differently with different people. You start seeing your family. They see that view of you. Oh, also they go back to with your friends and like that too. So I think it takes about 6 months on to get a good representation of the person and that's on both sides.
Okay. So Raven, Retta, Autumn, who want to take it? Like, how long it take you to open up to somebody, show them you?
I feel like it depends on the person, and like for me, it depends on how like fast I feel comfortable on this person. Because I know, like in previous relationships or like previous dating, it took different time for each person. Like the last person I was dating, it didn't take long at all. Like I felt really comfortable around that person. Like so, like I know them forever, and it hadn't even been a year yet. So yeah, so it just depends on the person for me.
Okay.
I agree with that. Just because I feel like it doesn't. In some situations, it doesn't matter if it's been 4 years, if it's been 1 year. It's about the quality of that time that you're spending with each other. because people can treat you differently to where you have people you want to open up to more than you would other people. And so you're like, wow, I've only known you for 2 months, but it feels like 2 years. And then some people, you see them and you don't really have that same connection. So you don't have a reason to put forth that effort to become vulnerable with them. But I would say experience wise from past relationships and all of that. I mean, I'd say 6 months sounds about right, but I mean, as little as 4 months.
Okay. Autumn?
I agree. It definitely depends on the bond that you build with that person, because the last person I dated before my current relationship, we talked for about almost a year, and I feel like I really didn't open myself up fully to him. But then my current relationship, it was like faster for me to open myself up and get comfortable with him, which was weird. I guess so. That does depend on the person.
Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That's
And
fair.
then you have situationships. Oh, my phone almost fell.
Oh,
My
yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
That's true.
You have situationships, and
Situation.
situationships you never have any intention of opening up.
That's true.
So
You don't have intentions, but I think a lot of people end up doing a lot of opening up and sharing, because you get the feeling like it's going a different direction than it's actually going, and that other person like does little things to constantly remind you, like, hey, nah, this ain't no thing. Like, but we enjoying each other, but this ain't it.
well, that kind of goes into crossing that line, and that's why those always end up becoming messy, because y'all say this ain't that, but if it talk like a duck, quack like a duck, and walk like a duck, it's a duck. And that be y'all problem as the men, especially. Y'all always like to emphasize, oh yeah, that's not my girl, but y'all then do these things that in society have always been seen as something you would do in a relationship. And then when the girl starts to want to become more vulnerable and, see where things go, y'all pump the brakes like, what you think this is? We ain't never did that before. And that's
True story.
Tears? What are these tears? I didn't sign up for this.
see.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just talking. I'm talking like the person. That's not me. That's not me. I'm not that. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. Trust me. I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy. For me though, to like open up, I say it takes me like anywhere from like. Well, I decide whether or not I'm going to open up with you. Honestly, like by the third week. By the third week, I already got plotted if this thing is dead or not. By the third week, I'm pretty like sure. Like I'm like 95% accurate. Like, so
Is it true? Is it true that guys kind of know before girls know, but it just takes y'all longer to show it? I hear
Yeah,
that a lot from guys. Like, yeah,
yeah,
we know from the get go if this gonna be that or if this gonna be
yeah,
this. But
yeah,
then it's like a year
yeah,
later, and y'all finally be like, oh yeah, I love her or whatever.
mhm,
yeah. I definitely.
yeah,
I think because we just get that feeling, and I guess for lack of better terms, like from the get go, like if it's comfortable, and I don't mean that as a sign of disrespect or like settling, but it's you feel that connection. So it's like the connection and the comfort. So which is why we know. But it's kind of like how it's like a more extreme version of like how you pick up your friends. Because like the first time like I met Byron, I'm like we're gonna be cool. And there's other people you meet and you're like nah like that ain't
nah.
it.
You
So
may never hang out with them again.
Yeah,
it's
that's
kind
a
of like
good
that.
example.
Yeah, but it's like that on a bigger scale when you meet someone that you're interested in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
soothing.
Yeah, there we go.
You know.
Yeah. That comforting level that like my big thing for me, like my criteria is like intellectually. Like if I feel like you're stupid,
Mm-hmm.
we're done. We're done here. Like if I feel like you're dumb, like no. There's a difference between like you don't know something and you being dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't practice, you have no application of wisdom. Now, it's either you don't have application of wisdom because you ain't gone through nothing and you lack experience, or you have lack of wisdom because you have no knowledge base. If you have option B, no knowledge base, uh-uh, out of there. Out of there. Option A, okay, we can be cool. You can be my friend. I'm gonna see where you end up after a little while. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna gauge you out. I'm gonna feel you out. You got a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because that's his experience. You just need to grow. That's fine. Everybody has areas they need to grow in. You know. But option B, no knowledge base. What you been doing? Like all you do is watch Real Housewives and scroll Instagram. Like that's why you a bird. Like no, I'm just playing. I'm not. Well, that was kind of serious though. I did. That was personal.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Instagram as long as you follow me.
Look at him, boy.
Shameless plug. Shameless plug. But yeah, so we strayed all the way from the initial question. So I'm gonna bring the question back one more time. What do y'all really want in a man?
They said it.
No, they didn't. They
didn't.
No, listening, bro.
Communication. No, that's
no. So listen, no.
What Byron wants?
I'm shooting bail. I want them to answer the question.
What Byron wants is for us to give him a grocery list of the characteristics we are looking for in a gentleman.
He wants you to give him some bullet points.
Pretty much.
That's what he wants.
Go ahead, bullet point it. Go ahead.
I don't need a grocery list. I just need what you honestly look for. Cause yeah, obviously we've been through that already. I'm Spartano guy. Like I'm the guy that jumps to the back of the book and go, oh, okay, this is how this ends. All right, cool. And so, I put it back on the shelf.
Okay. So Autumn, what do you look for in a man? Or what grabs your attention?
Ambition to be somebody, good head on their shoulders, smart, reliable. Like if I don't have it, then not saying I'm always find a way to get it, but if I somehow not be able to have it, then you're right there. Yeah. Honesty, compassion, humor, because I'm goofy. I guess I gave him the grocery list. Sure.
Hey, that's okay. That's what he wanted.
No, that's good.
But that's her honest answer. Her honest answer ends up being a grocery list. Some people literally are out there just looking for just one.
No, that's because that's communication. Because she said it pretty much. She wants someone who is smart and is able to enhance her life. That's pretty much what she said.
Yeah, somebody that can build me into a better person. Or help me.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with anything.
Thanks for the translation.
That's what I'm here for.
No. There was nothing wrong with what she said. Like, did that come off that way?
No. I was translating for you because you didn't want the grocery list. So I'm Spark Notes. Type S translations. That's what I am today. So I did it for you.
No, you're wrong. Oh man. So Retta, Raven.
I want somebody who respects my career and my goals. Somebody who's loyal. Someone who wants to know like my love language. I don't know. Someone who's funny because I'm funny. You gotta know how to make me laugh. Someone who is also ambitious, has something that they want to achieve in life. Someone who's a family person, family oriented, honest. Yeah.
So she wants someone who's going to be there and support her as well as not rest on the laurels because they know that he has a job to go somewhere as well and also understands her.
Come on, translator.
Alan knows how to have a healthy relationship. He uses him as study material. No plan. But for real though, you got it, bro.
Retta.
Autumn and Raven already said like a lot of good characteristics. I think the only other thing that I would probably want to add, or emphasize, one, I am goofy, so I do want someone who is funny. You don't have to be a hardcore churchgoer, but some type of faith base where you have a relationship with God that you know where your help comes from. You can turn to Him to help guide you, because I feel like if you have that, it'll kind of lead you through everything else. So even if you don't know how to love me in my love language, which is time, service, and affection. Those are my top three.
I forgot mine.
Damn.
Okay. So because I found that stuff really interesting. So I like to. It's kind of cool. Every few years I take it again because you can kind of see how you've changed as a person, and as we get older, I feel like those things kind of change. Like the top three I have right now are not the top three I had, 3 years ago.
Yeah, mine's changed.
So,
I think my first one is active services, then physical touch, and something else. I forgot.
but if you have that relationship with God, you could say, "Look, God, I really like this girl. I don't really know how to do some of the stuff she wants, but if you could help me, I could figure out how to be a good man to her." And that,
Right.
vice versa for a woman, because nobody knows everything. It all takes time to just kind of get a chance to learn those
Mm-hmm.
things. So something else too that's important is patience.
Yes.
You got to try to be patient with that person because they're not going to know everything. So give each other time and space to grow and learn the things that, kind of learn how you want them to love you.
Feel it. Feel it.
So what she's saying, she was somebody who doesn't take things too seriously, and also
it.
understands her and has a spiritual foundation, because the spiritual foundation and the faith will able them to have the patience to understand that they're going through a journey together and to be better for each other.
Yes.
Yes.
Jeez.
This man.
You
Take
might want a
notes.
full-time job in this.
Okay.
You need to
Right.
go ahead and be a counselor, man.
Yeah, right.
Be a
Yes.
couple
Be a
therapist.
counselor.
Couple
Dang, for
yes.
real. For real.
Go ahead. You can sit them both on the
Okay.
couch.
All
Be
right.
right
So
in the
look,
middle of them.
fellas, y'all not safe. Okay. Fellas, y'all not safe. What y'all want in a woman? Really?
Honestly,
We listening.
no,
Mhm.
it's the same it's the same thing that they said
Yeah.
just in reverse, because you. But the thing is, I think the main thing is that guys we want someone who's also ambitious,
Mhm.
but also supportive, and also lets us take care of them also, because unfortunately guys show affection a different way,
Yeah.
and sometimes that's through material stuff, sometimes that's just being able to do things for them. So
Yeah.
someone, like I said, that's patient and understanding and acknowledges that as well too. So it might not be the same exact way that you show love or affection, but that's how we do it, and understand that too.
Yeah, I agree. Like it is a little nice when your other is dependent on you, Like she's independent, she can do
Yeah,
things all her own, but it's nice for her to allow you to do things for her, just a way of showing affection, to be real with you.
yeah.
It makes you feel good, like you got a sense of accomplishment, you know what I'm saying?
Well, it's accomplishment, and it's saying, and it's us showing like we care for you, and we're willing to
Yeah.
do this, and we want to do this, because I know there's a bunch of stuff that women, they could do themselves, or they could find someone else to do for them. But if you allow us the opportunity to do it, it shows that, hey, that it's you're showing that, hey, you can rely on us, and
Yeah.
or that you want to rely on us, and then we're able to do something for you as well, because it's like we're your first choice.
Yeah, in addition, bro, I don't really like. She doesn't have to really do too much for me. Like she can show me affection that way too, but like
Mm-hmm.
it's more important for me to do things for her than it is for her to
Mm-hmm.
do things for me. I mean, it's cool, but it's like I don't mind it. You know what I mean?
Well, because it's different ways, because it might not be something, but it's just understanding that, hey,
Well,
them hanging out with their friends, is
yeah, yeah,
literally
yeah,
hanging out with their friends, and like allowing them that too, and not thinking anything of it as well too. So it's,
yeah,
like I said, it's different, but but I guess, to make sure, it's someone that says, hey, they understand our love language, how we do things, and
yeah.
supportive, and then just willing to understand us.
Okay. All right. All right. Good.
That's true. Well, I think because also what you were speaking about women can do a lot of things for themselves. I think that's kind of where we are at.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Especially statistic wise,
Mm-hmm.
right now Black women are leading in degrees.
Yeah.
And so because of that, we are kind of taking charge in a way that allows for us to make a lot of decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And so then when we get into a relationship, it takes a lot of work on y'all's end to prove that we can trust you because we know that if we do it, it's going to get
Right.
done. And I think that especially in um, Black culture, that is something that has been lost for a long time because for a while, for a while there was that time span where women did have to step up for over the black man, and now we're reaching a point to where we're coming out of that era, and black men are back on top of their game. They're doing the things that they need to be doing, but we still have that insecurity or that lack of trust because that's not what we've been seeing. You know, it's not maybe not assuming that everybody grew up in that way, but
actually, I'll put it this way: it's not even allowing us the big one, and I'll say it like this: it's including us in decisions, or just letting us know what you're thinking of, because I think that's the biggest thing, and that's the one thing too. It's like, and because I say with my relationships too, I'm like, you don't need to ask for permission. You don't. You're a grown woman. You're doing that like that too. But it's like, hey, like if you're like if Sharetta's seeing Autumn after work, to say, hey, you know, like, do you mind if I stop by Autumn's house, or you know, let me know what's going on. I'm like, yeah, like no problem, like of course. But it's, you know, so it's kind of like having us included in that decision process and other things too. But I think like you said, it got to the point where you guys are independent. You guys had to step up and do everything. So everything went through you guys. So now it's kind of like, and not even just like, you know, usurping that power, just, you know, just including us in that process. Because like you said, now we're rising up to the level, and maybe we're not at your level, or maybe we are there, but it should go both ways. We should, you know, include each other in the decision process and letting people know what's going on.
I agree with that. And it's just a sign of respect. Like you said, like I say, hey, you know, I was going to grab drinks with Autumn. Just wanted to let you know. Is that cool? Because then that communication is also letting you know where I'm going to be.
Exactly.
But also, if there was a conflict, you could say, oh, babe, no, not tonight. Remember, we were going to go to my mom's for dinner.
Exactly.
Oh, thanks for reminding me. I'm on my way home.
Yeah. Or that, or like, oh, or can you know, bring me back some chips and salsa?
See, Smooth is all about that big C word, Smooth. Communication.
Man. Bob, we're on your top. You might as well just, I hate that this is live. You probably just shouldn't even have posted it because we're on your top.
No, I mean, no, y'all can be on my head. That's fine. That's fine.
I think Sharon and I, we're going to start our own channel now for couples, you know. That's what we're going to do.
Hey, we're going to make bank. We're going to make bank. I got you.
Like the big C word is important because like you can't actually get in depth with everybody. Like there's gonna be some people that you're just abrasive with. Like if you try to, they get real defensive, stonewall, and then you don't want to pry, and then you never get to the root of the issue. So like Smooth, like you say, you know, in the first 3 weeks how something gonna be over or not. It's like, man, you ain't really cracked that barrier yet, bro. So I don't know, man.
No, so listen. I say that to say this. Like, I typically don't like date people that I haven't already known. Like, somewhat got to get to know, like somewhat been in the same vicinity as them to kind of see how they are. Like, I'm not like just cold out here dating people. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not cold out here taking people serious. Like, no, like. If that's something I want to do, I want to talk to you. Like, I've already noticed you a long time ago. Like, I already noticed you, not like long, like, oh my God, I'm stalking you. Like, no, like, but it's like,
I get you, man.
Yeah. Like, I know who you are already. Like, it was like all of a sudden, like, I went, oh, you know what? I should take you to dinner or whatever. Like, that's where my mindset went. To answer the question that I posed to you guys, like for me, it's like witty because that's what makes me laugh. Like when someone's able to like come back on their toes and just like go, like I like that because I'll go with you. Like if you really want to go, we can just go. I like that. I like witty. What else? Being loyal, being able to like communicate, you know what I'm saying? Like being willing to share, you know what I'm saying? Because I've been in a place with someone I previously dated where they weren't open. They weren't that open, you know, or they weren't willing to be transparent. And that, you know, as someone that it was trying to be open and transparent, it made it seem like I was just giving a lot of myself, you know, without getting anything back. So the energy was like 90, well, 80, 20, you know what I'm saying? Like 80, like it was 80% me just giving of myself. And then I had to like dial it back. And then once I dialed it back, then that became a problem. You know what I'm saying? Because then it's like, well, why are you dialing back? And it just snowballed. You know what I'm saying? And then it got to this point where it was just out of control. You know, but as an adult, I can look back on it and go, okay, that's what really happened there. But you know what I'm saying? Like we both had room to grow. You know.
You know what would have helped?
I feel that.
What's
Communication.
Yeah.
I feel that though.
Yeah, that is a downfall to giving so much so early, though.
Well, yeah,
that's a downfall to that, unfortunately, which I've seen one too many times. You know, you give so much in the beginning, and then if you see that effort isn't being matched, they feel like you're the one that switched up when you dial it back, because now they're expecting that from you, but it wasn't fair to you because they weren't giving you that same energy back. And then that's when you kind of have your first conflict. And if y'all can communicate and push through that kind of lets you know that it might be worthwhile if that person heard you and they tried to change their ways. But if not, I feel like that's where a lot of relationships in the beginning, when they're just like talking in the talking phase, I feel like that's where that first conflict is where they end up either ends or they get through it.
Yeah.
Facts. I agree. So going once, going twice, and the topic is dead. Okay.
Boy.
No, I'm just being stupid. So okay, so this is the last one. So what qualifies as cheating for y'all? And here's how I want y'all to break this down. Okay, here's how I want y'all to break this down. Okay, so also look at it as like being disloyal too, because I want y'all to talk about this on a friend level. What qualifies as somebody being disloyal? On a talking level, what qualifies as that person being disloyal? On a relationship level, what now qualifies as that person being disloyal? Because each stage has a different requirement. You know, if you're only on this level, then only this much applies. You know, like there's no blanket. There's some things that are across the board, but it really starts to change up. You know,
not
you
anymore.
can't cheat on nobody that you like talking to. You can lead them on, but if you just talking to them, you ain't a thing. Like you ain't exclusive to discuss that. You know, you're not a thing.
Yeah. I guess because because you said friend too, so I don't know what you mean on the friend level as well. But I will agree if you're talking to somebody, and like you guys are just talking, there's not.
No. So okay. So I'll explain. Like people will feel like slighted off of different things. You know what I'm saying? Like you can feel slighted by your friends, by your friend group. You know what I'm saying? You can say, you know what I'm saying? Oh, I went to so and so. Like I went to all of so and so's event, and I had one event of my own, and now this person couldn't show up, and I told him 3 months in advance. He was like last minute. You know what I'm saying? Like stuff, and I you know what I'm saying, would pull up. You know, so it became like it's one of those things. Like, so what qualifies is disloyalty there. You know what I'm saying? Like what makes it a situation where you would feel slighted? You know,
I don't know, bro.
By your friend.
I say as far as cheating, bro, you got the obvious ones, but then there's things like you ever call people be talking about the others back and then not addressing the issue up front or something like that, or like. Here's another one that I know the dudes might not like, right? When a girl got like a best guy friend or something that she doing that with. Dudes don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if you can qualify as a cheating, but let's say if you speak about it, you know what I'm saying? And you don't, let's say it ain't the fact that she got like a best guy friend. It's just like you don't want her to talk to him about the relationship or something like that. You know what I mean?
I do see that because like because one of my because I've known her at work. I have someone I'm really close with because I've known her since 2007, and then and it took us a while for us to even become close, but we just known each other for so long and bouncing around, and then we were finally in the same place. So I get it, and then I do make that distinction of like, and it's funny because I know like her husband because she met her husband after me.
Yeah,
and then since because of his workplace, he doesn't get it. because he really doesn't have any friends at work as well. So I know like for a bunch of stuff too. Like I made it a point just to talk to him and just so like he knew who I was and met him like that too. But also like I do know because she says it too, and because I'm uncomfortable when she tells me something bad about them, and I'm like, I said, if it's really really bad, I don't want to know.
Yeah.
If it's something like silly, and usually because like a lot of times I'm defending him because it's like silly stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, no, this is what it is. But like if it's really really bad stuff, I'm like, because I don't want to be put in that position either. Because I don't want to go and have him feel like I know all this dirt. Because I've been in that situation as well too, like for my previous relationship, and so then I don't want to go and go hang out with the family and everything, and I'm like, oh, this person thinks I'm a schmuck bag because she was saying X, Y, and Z. Yeah. So I do understand how that can make someone feel bad.
I think with us men, it's hard to determine like if the best guy friend has like feelings for her, because there'll be some dudes that low key be sitting there waiting for your girl. Oh, she gonna tell him everything bad about him. He like, oh, okay, so I'm gonna sit and lie and wait. I'm gonna comfort her, all this and that. Dudes do that.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
Yeah, and the thing is, it might not even be that they're interested. Like in a relationship with them, they just want to hook up with her because it's a notch off their belt. So I definitely see that, and that's one of the reasons why like with my friend, I met her husband like that too, and it's like, and I'm really blunt, and I guess and he was used to that because my friend, she's really blunt as well. Too, so it's kind of like not like you're damaged goods, So and I kind of had to put it out that way to say like I'm not because one like that's like a death sentence, but I know it because I've seen it like the other way too, because like with my ex-wife, I knew there was a guy over there, he was just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting, so I've been on both ends of it.
I just like you say, you gotta have that communication, man.
Yeah.
As long as you talk to them about it or something like that, or like if they not coming to you with the issue or something, stuff like that, all that.
Yeah.
What you saying, Smooth?
I didn't say a thing.
What would you qualify as cheating?
What would I qualify as cheating?
Well, hold on, man. Let's hear from the lady.
Wait.
Y'all go.
It's on me already. It's not on me already.
Because it's homeroom with Smooth. It's always on you.
Where is it going?
It's not on me. It's not on me already.
I have no idea where this is going.
Okay, so what
okay,
level? So y'all went all the way to the tippity top.
No, we went friendship. We went friendship.
That's what the question was.
No, because you said disloyal. Okay, I'll put it this way: an actual relationship. Everybody's relationship is different now. So there's stuff that I would say, hey, that's freaking cheating, and then to them it's a freaking Tuesday. So, I do. So for me, to put it in just a generic term, anything that you go and get from somewhere else that's missing from your relationship, I consider that cheating. So if you're getting it, so you're saying like, hey, I'm not getting the communication on that level, so I'm going somewhere else to get it, that is cheating. The physical relationship, if you're doing that because you're not getting like that too, that is cheating. Because I know relationships, they're different. So some people, they have relationships, and like as we have people, they're swingers or whatever like that too, and they're like, yeah, as long as we swing together or like that, it's fine. But as soon as that person goes out and gets it without letting the person know, or they're getting something they're missing, then it's cheating. And that's because they're getting something that they're missing from the relationship from somewhere else. And I think that's cheating on the relationship side. Friends being like disloyal, like I don't. That's a hard one because every friendship's different. A lot of things like I don't really care anymore because I'm older and I don't mind doing things by myself. And I go around to talk, and photograph stuff across the country by myself. So that doesn't really bother me as much. Like I'll keep like a mental note and be like, okay, like I see you, so then I might not invite you again, or you might not be like my first choice, especially if it's a habit. But other than that, I really don't see that as disloyalty because people are going to do what they want to do. And if you're talking to somebody, you just have to be honest with them and let them know. And if they have expectations and they're not met, even though you guys were just talking, then that's probably just a sign that the relationship's not going to work anyway.
Bang, bang, bang. Okay, so did y'all? So I guess I'll answer fine since we guys are going first. Fine. So I'll start with like for me, like on the friend level, like for me, like what qualifies as like disloyalty is like, I guess like, what's a good example? What's a good example? It's like I don't. It's like I wouldn't say like it's like
Byron, if you say like one more time, spit it
no,
out.
no, because I'm trying to think of what I want. What I want to
Lying,
say.
stealing.
No, no, no. So that's obvious. That's obvious.
Telling a
If you can be
secret.
live, no. So listen, if you made me lose my thought. Damn.
I
Damn.
know, right?
You never had that thought,
No,
bruh.
no, I really did.
Actually,
I really did.
lying is
No, no,
something big
no, no,
because
no,
I'll
no, no.
say
But that's not my thought. That's not my thought
yeah,
though.
but no, lying is something big because I'll sorry to interject. Because I was actually kind of talking to somebody, and then I guess they were having like a bad day, so they kind of went off, and then someone else called them out on it, and they lied to like kind of make it like seem that like that they're in the right. And as soon as they lied, like that pissed me off, and it made me not even want to be their friend anymore.
Yeah, people lie about dumb stuff, man.
Yeah, because it was kind of like, oh, like well, now we went on a date and he's blowing up my phone, and that too, like he texts me all the time, and I'm like, and it's dumb because it's like if you're telling like a mutual friend now too, so 9 times out of 10 they already know some sort of like of the other story, so like they don't know it matches, but I'm like everything's like on your phone now, so I'm like, look at my phone, like I haven't talked to her in 2 weeks.
Right. So to me, to answer that question, I feel like the sharing of information that I only told you would be what qualifies for me. Cause like that, nothing pisses me off more than I walk up to the other person. I'm like, you know what? I'm starting to tell the story, and they're like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? I know that, and I'm like, how you know that? Oh well, so and so. Like, well, there goes another person I ain't telling nothing to. Like, cause I'm like, what's the point of me combining you and you telling my business out here? You know what I'm saying? Who else you done told at this point? You know,
The streets.
that's just how I look at it. As far as like in a talking stage, I guess it would depend on like what are we actually doing here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it like we're like F buddies? You know what I'm saying? Cool. Like that's where we are. But if you like leave and go somewhere else, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that I want to know. It's like as a part of self-protection and self-preservation, I would need to know. Like, you can't just be out here. I'm Monday, you know what I'm saying? So and so's Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? You skip Wednesday, you come back to me on Thursday. You got somebody else lined up for Friday and Saturday. Like that's cool. That's your business. You can do that. If that's how you live in, that's cool. But you need to be like very upfront if we are out here, you know what I'm saying? If we partaking in each other, we having sex. Like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? To not share that. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know who them other people is. You know, you putting me at risk. So I guess that kind of selfish in a way, but it's a good way. Um, what else? What else? Oh, as a relationship, I guess like it depends on like how like I guess it falls back to what you just said earlier, like the types of communication that you have and what are you getting from somebody else that you feel like you can't get from me, like the level in which you're sharing with them like different things and like your time, like being out like stupid late, you know what I'm saying, with like another dude, like that don't look good on paper, like, you know what I'm saying. I don't care how you like your significant others with somebody else, like, and you don't know about it, that don't look good on paper.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like you finding about it secondhand, like, oh, I see so and so in here, and you like, huh? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I thought they was at home or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like they now it comes the issue of now they didn't lie to you to go out here, and they might not have done anything, but now it becomes the issue of that lie, and then it just compounds and becomes more and more and more. Um, but yeah, that's me. That's where I'm at. I mean, there's obvious answers that I'm not gonna give, like, oh my gosh, he has sex with somebody else. He has sex with somebody. Like, duh. Like, that's obviously cheating.
Hey, some people that's a Tuesday.
I mean, some people it is a Tuesday. Yes. But that's far and few. That's far and between. Far and few in between, man. Ladies, what qualifies as cheating?
I feel like y'all, for as far as like relationships, I feel like y'all have covered that. But and in like talking, but like in friendships, for me, if I've dated somebody and you my girl, like we close, and you turn around and date that person or mess around with that person, it's it. That's it.
Well, is it messing around with them or messing around with them without telling you?
All of it.
No, because
It shouldn't happen.
It shouldn't, because obviously you were around when I was dating that person. Like if we cool, so I feel like that's foul.
No,
I just feel like either way.
No, I was just asking because I know some people that they got mad because it wasn't that the fact that they saw like their ex-boyfriend, and I'm not sure how much time passed away, so it could have been like years, I don't know, but it was the fact that she didn't tell him because she's like I would have gave you my freaking blessing if you just let me know, because it's kind of sucks when you hear about it third hand.
So, I just feel like it depends on like the relationship, like with this person for a long time, how far it went, like what if people are engaged or whatever. So
but either way, they should have told you. You shouldn't find out from like Twitter.
Right, exactly. And I feel like another like disloyal thing in like friendship would be if you're around a group of people and they're talking mad crap about me and you don't stick up for me or say nothing.
Yeah.
I'm out. Like, no. I feel like if you are like close with somebody and you care about this person, like y'all are best friends or like really good friends, and you're somewhere and you hear somebody else that you might be friends with or cool with like talking mad crap about them, and you don't stick up for them or say anything, and then that person finds out about it from somebody else instead of you, like, I feel like that's messed up. But that's just me.
No, that's great. That's good.
Yeah, that's fine. That's perfectly fine.
I agree with that. So I feel like with relationships, basically y'all did say a lot of stuff. Just another rule of thumb I like to think of it as if you have to delete it, that's off top. If you have to delete it or you omit something when you're talking to your partner, off the top, you already know that you're doing deep down. You already know you're doing something wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's that on that. I agree completely with Raven about friendships. Just about that loyalty. Because you do want somebody that's gonna have your back when you're not around. Because that's how you know who really down for you. What are you saying when I'm not there and I can't hear what's going on in the conversation? So, and sometimes you can prove your loyalty in ways that's how new friendships are even started, because the person you least expected comes up to you and say, hey, they were talking mad shit about you in A, B, C, and D, and I didn't feel comfortable, and I wanted to come let you know that. And you're like, wow, I barely talked to this person. Respect for you stepping up. So that's also sometimes how you find out who really is loyal, just because that's how they're built. Not even if they feel like they owe you anything.
Right.
With talking, once again, going back to communication, if you're talking, at some point you have to have a conversation about when you want to become exclusive. If y'all haven't discussed being exclusive, y'all both for the streets. It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is. And I mean, I know people say it, but then there's always one person that catches feelings faster than the other person. So now they're ready to be exclusive, but the other person isn't. But they still feel like in their eyes, because they're ready to be exclusive, if that other person is talking to other people, they're doing something wrong. And technically they aren't.
Right.
So that can get a little bit fishy. But I mean, I feel like that's the basic clean version of it. Oh,
the clean version.
The other thing I was gonna the other thing I was gonna mention too about that, it's also about communication with how comfortable your partner is, because like I said, I know y'all mentioned, who was it that mentioned something about if you're getting it from somewhere else?
That was Alan.
Okay, so I agree with that, but I also feel like there's kind of like a difference on what it is, because sometimes there are things that other people can do for you, and if your partner is comfortable with that, then you technically can still kind of benefit from it. So like
Well, that's what I meant earlier. It depends on the relationship.
Well, yeah, because I have a friend. He's married. We have been friends since college, and I know him and his wife, and we're all like, if it weren't for the pandemic, I would have been in their wedding. And him and I both have really bad. Well, not now, but we both used to have really bad anxiety, and because we understood each other in our anxiety. If I was having an attack, I could call him. If he was having an attack, he could call me.
Oh, that's
and there was
totally
never a
different.
Time,
yeah,
you know.
That's
I mean,
but
not necessarily, because some people as a partner could say, "Wow, I'm your partner. That should be me doing that." And I feel like,
you got
no, but because I consider that more to medical, because that's the thing. It's like, I'm your partner, but I can't deliver your baby. Or I can't administer drugs like that too. So that's
but I mean, it's not a drug. I mean, anybody can learn how to help talk somebody through something. So I feel like that's one of those things that, had she ever felt uncomfortable with him wanting to reach out to me, that comes with maturity. She could always, she could have called me. Hey, I love y'all's relationship, but I do want to try to be able to help him and be there for him more. Can you teach me, what do you do for him on the phone when he calls you?
But the thing is, but she knew about it
though. Yeah.
That level of maturity you're talking about almost doesn't exist.
No, it's different. I'm saying it would have been different if.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, no, it would have been different if he was calling you and she didn't know anything about it. I think that's what I meant by getting something from a relationship from somewhere else. Because you're not getting it from your partner, and they don't know about it. Because that's the thing. Because when you're doing all that stuff, you're getting it from somewhere else. Your partner doesn't know about it, and that's the main reason why it's cheating.
So all you gotta do, tell your partner.
So
that's what
communication.
If they love you, they'll be understanding.
Communication.
So Retta wants to take her man away from his AA group.
That's not even it.
That's what I heard.
Okay, this is just payback for earlier. It's okay.
Oh my god!
You knew it was coming.
Don't. We're still going to Pigeon 4.
I see you and I hear you and I remember.
He's just mad because he's not going to Pigeon Forge. That's what it is. He's mad because he's not going to Pigeon Forge. That's what it is.
That's what it is. Listen,
I don't even know
we're going to be on another. We're going to be on
care.
another podcast together, Alan, and I'm going to bring it up every time I see you.
Okay.
Yeah. But we're starting our own podcast soon too, so it will be it's going to be live from Pigeon Forge.
I'm live from Pigeon Forge. Call us and listen. Dear Alan and Retta, I have a question.
Yes.
Oh my god. Extra. Okay, so Autumn.
Oh, okay. Now y'all hit the nail on all of them.
Just say all of the above, and
yeah. One thing for friendship, the one that grinds my gears is if somebody do something. One friend do something for you, right? And they go back and tell another friend what they did for you, like they do it, like it's not genuine. I feel like that's disloyal. Because first of all, you is telling my business. Ain't nobody told you to do all that, and then it makes it seem like it just don't seem genuine. You go back and do that. So that's one for me with friendship. But other than that, y'all hit the nail on all of them. Talking, not to know all that. It's just you have to be upfront. If I feel like you can't really be disloyal, but if you're not upfront about everything, then yes, that's the only time. So you have to be upfront. And then relationship, y'all did hit the nail on that one. I don't have nothing else to add on that. I think y'all hit the nail on that one. So yeah.
I say if you're talking, it's probably bad to ghost somebody. It's probably not good manners.
That's
probably not good manners.
I'm
gonna practice some self-discipline right now. I'm not.
Yeah. You done ghosted somebody?
Byron,
you know why?
Hey, now you can't get mad if somebody ghosts you.
Wait, hold on. Wait. How'd that come to me? What'd you
just say? You just say
I said no
control.
No, some self-discipline. No, because I was gonna say a joke, but it was even gonna be more outlandish.
Oh,
last one, so I just dialed it back and said no.
I thought you were trying to say you done did it.
My love mean to do the people, put to the test because I thought Byron was gonna lie. I was gonna say,
what? Like that? I ghosted somebody?
Yes, I was gonna say, you better tell the truth because I know.
Homeroom is smooth. Ghost protocol. She knows about the ghost protocol.
Man.
No, I ain't never. I don't.
He's like-
I don't see it as. I don't see it as ghosting.
He goes somebody. He goes somebody. He goes.
Ghost.
Nah.
He has a
I don't know who.
he has a button on his phone
ghosted.
called Ghost Protocol. I've seen it.
Look, man.
It blocks a person and deletes them. It's just...
As bad
That's
as
military
I say,
issues.
I've learned, but I've ghosted somebody before, but I've learned from my mistakes because I got ghosted once, and I was like, "Damn, I'm not doing that
Yeah, that's
anymore."
the worst.
Kev, from your
I'm being
answers on the
real.
podcast, we already knew you ghosted somebody. We could just tell.
Actually,
Bro,
I have never.
bet one of y'all done ghosted somebody before. Come on
Actually,
now, give me
I
real.
have never
Ain't
ghosted somebody,
ghosted nobody?
but I've been ghosted.
I'm
But
trying
Then why
to
you
think.
looking
then
like
she
that?
came back.
I'm trying to think. I'm like,
You don't know you ghosted somebody? You probably ghosted somebody. Then you got to think on it.
Raven, are you guilty? Have
I'm
you
not
ghosted
that
somebody?
kind of person. I don't think. I don't.
I'm not anymore, but you know.
No, I've never ghosted anybody. I've been ghosted.
so
It
listen.
hurt.
I don't think I've ever ghosted anybody. I've probably been
So
ghosted.
you
So
ghosted.
what level? So what level? So are we talking about like ghosting? Like you just block them and just never
You
say
just stop
anything
talking
else,
to them, bro.
or
You just
or are you
Does that
talking
count
about?
as?
Are you talking
Okay,
about
I
that?
have.
Are you talking
Listen,
about
wait
that
a minute.
cruel? You're talking about that cruel ghost that's like, yo, I'm just not gonna respond to nothing else you say, no matter what.
Well, I was ghosted. I was actually gonna apply to go see somebody. So you have to think. So got tickets and everything like that too, and then straight ghosted me right before there. But luckily, well, because of everything I was doing, because that's actually how I got into the roller coaster thing. Because I was gonna go see her in Omaha.
A blessing in disguise.
Yeah. No, and then
Look at God.
no, and then
God turned it around for your good.
I know. So no, but so then she ghosted me. So then I went over to. So then instead of going out to Kansas City, I just went out to Texas instead, and did that. But then the funny thing about it is that after that, she kind of like called me, and I was like, and started talking to me again, like nothing happened.
nah.
Like, no,
Hey,
so
Rocky.
No.
it gets better. It gets better.
Okay, go ahead. 'Cause I was gonna hot take it real quick.
No, so it was funny because she was going through something, and it's like, oh, like she was like, so she was telling me about that, so like I let her finish. So I'm like, I got a question. She's like, yeah, like, and I guess she thought I was gonna ask about the event. So I'm like, why did you ghost me? So I just tried to ask her, and she's like, well, I'm gonna go, and I'm like, no, tell me why. But so she told me why she ghosted me. It was a dumb reason, anyway. So now like we still talk, but I'm like I always throw it in her face now. So she's like, oh, when do we do this? I'm like, nah, like not even as friends, I'm not gonna go out there to go see you. But it was yeah.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
I don't feel like all of those things should count as ghosting because you mentioned something about blocking someone and then just never speaking to them again. But if they mad annoying, bruh, sometimes you just gotta just cut it off.
Well, yeah, they do.
That's different.
No. Listen.
Okay,
To
so I didn't
qualify
ghost
as a
anybody
ghost,
then.
to
We all
qualify as a
agree.
ghost, to qualify as a ghosting, y'all had to be mutually interested in each other. Okay.
No.
No,
Like,
I think ghosting it's
you
if
was
you
never
just
interested
disappear.
in the first place. Okay.
If you
Well, I'll change it up.
without a
Like this.
reason.
If you was entertaining leading that person on, and then you stopped, that's ghosting. You know what I'm saying? Like,
did you stop leading him on, or you stop talking to him?
What's the time frame on that lead?
No. My thing is ghosting. No.
Hold on, bro. It wasn't no leading on, man.
No.
Stop communication.
No. Ghosting is when you cut communication without giving anybody your freaking heads up.
Yeah.
And then if they go and they reach out to you again, you still ignore.
Right.
Them.
Right.
That's
I feel that. But what I'm saying by leading that person on is, okay, everybody done this before, where you didn't entertain somebody knowing good and so well, you know what I'm saying, you really don't want you don't really don't want them. You still over here looking at so and so, you know what I'm saying, you still over here really going after and trying to communicate with so and so, but this just happens to be the person that keeps your phone from being the Sahara Desert. Okay. This person, you count on them, they're gonna hit you up on a regular basis, you know what I'm saying? So you start hitting them, you know what I'm saying? Y'all start having.
But that's a waste of conversation because you're not interested.
Bro,
like that's
listen.
I'm not gonna be interested in the conversation because I already know I don't want
it's
it.
gonna reflect that in the text messages, bro. Like they gonna see
you about
it.
Sahara Desert,
You're gonna be sending a one-word text. Okay, cool.
Yeah, she's talking to him. So
Okay. I'm not talking about that person. Oh.
Well, my situation that I was talking about, because that's why I was like, I don't know if
Yeah,
y'all
go ahead,
would count that or not.
You did not ghost him.
But it was one day, and then he texted me the next day and was like, he's like, let's do this. I think that you are it.
Well, you're amazing. Can you blame him? Can you blame him? You're amazing.
I mean, but it was that one, like, I didn't know dude last name yet, and I just
he was sprung because you're amazing.
I panicked and I just blocked him. Right, I didn't even respond. I just blocked him.
I'll see.
You was Windows.
Crazy dude right there, man.
I panicked.
You hit the ghost protocol. See, there's this button right here on my phone. It's called Ghost Protocol. You pressed it. You were like right there. You pressed it.
I mean, he laid it on kind of heavy. I didn't know, but you know that type sometimes, because even if I would explain.
No, I get it. No, see, if you explained it to him and then he was still like that way, then it wouldn't have been a ghost. But you did technically ghost him.
No, you ghost him. It's okay. Everybody do it on accident.
I don't feel like
it was warranted, but it was still
it was warranted completely. Like
I don't remember your name, but if you listening, I'm sorry.
You don't remember their name?
Yeah. Hey, I don't know your name, but if you're listening, she ain't sorry. She ain't sorry.
Sorry, not sorry.
She dodged the bullet.
Right. Listen, sounding crazy.
He said, "Let's do it right now." I don't even know you, but let's go.
See, but you up to the boys, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, see, but
hey, look, they group chat. You in their group chat?
Okay. Pictures and everything. I don't know, shorty.
Like 4 or 5 followers.
Not Patricia. Hey, y'all, this the new shorty. I'm really feeling.
He's the one name. I don't talk to moms and everything.
Hey, I just know ghosting was the best thing that happened to me ever, because now, you know, I'm an influencer and I make money off of pictures.
Yes.
There you go, bro. Yeah. Me too, bro. I'm a nicer person now.
You learned yours was a lesson learned, Kev.
I know now how it feels.
Tell you,
that was that karma we talked about earlier.
Listen, you won't really know how it feels unless you like into the person. That's really it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you weren't really that into the person, you'd be like, all right.
Man. Well, I think like mine wasn't so much into the person. It was just the effort and time to coordinate everything to go out there. And I was ghosted, so I was like, what the? So I was like, what the? You know? And I did let her know too. Like when she had talked to me, I'm like, no, that was fucked up. And then and I put it out that way too. I'm like, luckily I'm me, so I was able to cover it and redo my plans. But if you have to fucking someone else, sorry.
I ain't never made plans and I never made plans. Fake plans or whatever. That's crazy.
I just know that though.
I've been ghosted one time, and one time was all it took. I don't think it was more so a karma thing, but it definitely mentally I had some things to work through, because I was at that point in my life where I was like, me
took you down a little bit.
I had to accept, like, wow, this happened to me. Like, I was very humbled by it.
Humbling experiences teach the greatest lessons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was humbled too.
Man.
And then you pretend you push it out your mind and you pretend like it never happened until you have conversations like these.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, with me, it was like when she called me back too. But yeah, that was that was a funny conversation though, because I made her feel like shit.
No, when the person that ghosted me, when they pop back up, I was stupid. I was like, okay, hey, you back? I understand you have some stuff going on. It's okay. Yeah, I'm on my way right now.
Yeah, see, I think the younger version of me would have done that, but I was like, no, I'm like, but like I said, luckily I was able to go and switch my tickets over and everything too, and then make something out of it too. But I was like, what the hell? Oh yeah, and it was my birthday too.
Dang.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
I would never talk to that person.
bro.
That's mad foul.
She would have been left on red.
That's mad foul. You better than me, bro.
No,
better than me. Because I would have plotted my revenge, and it would have been sweet.
They deserve a whooping for that with another belt.
No, because when she texted me, she was left on red. Because the only reason I talked to her now is because she called me. Because she actually called me, and I was like, what do you want?
Did she watch these podcasts? Because y'all gonna have a conversation later.
No, every time I talk to her, I tell her she ghosts me. Like I was messing around. I'm like, no, because I'm because for my birthday, I call it our ghost anniversary. Like she knows.
Wow.
Like she knows. No, I know. I am the pettiest.
Rightfully so.
No, that's what everybody knows. I am the pettiest person. I'm super chill.
Super petty.
Until you get me to that point, and then I'm extra petty.
Bro, she made you waste resources, bro.
Yeah.
Well, no, and that's why the first time we talked to her, when I said, I'm like, no, like luckily it's me, so I was able to go like divert my plans. But if I wasn't, I would have been really pissed. And
you're a positive guy, man.
No, and I told her that like if I wasn't able to go like because luckily it was for my birthday, and I have family in Texas anyway too. So I was able to go and divert like all my plans. But since I was able to do that, because if I wasn't and I was stuck with that bill, I would have been like, nah, like don't talk to me and get out. But now I got cameras and I'm in USA Today for their top 10.
That's what I'm talking about, bro.
That's awesome.
It was the inspiration.
So if you look on their votes, it's for the picture of West Coast racers. So.
Pass it over here. Pass it over here.
I don't want to say that out loud since we live.
I feel that. But
am I right though?
Is she right, Gail?
What's up, bro?
Did you read the chat?
I ain't read the chat, bro. Hold on, man. Let me get back to the chat, bro. Come on now. I didn't even get to the chat. Y'all funny though. Come on now.
That's not an answer.
No, ma'am. I am not. But I got something over here. Yeah. But yeah, I'll partake. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it on the stream respectfully. You know what I'm saying? And keep it clean. No drugs. I will be on here drinking. Y'all get extra ignorant now.
Yeah.
Normally, the answer would be worse than what you gave.
Normally I have a drink. Normally I have a drink with me, but I ain't got nothing with me because I just got out of work. So like,
I have to go walk my dogs.
I don't judge me by my answers, y'all. For real, I am not like that.
Hey, I like your answers.
So you lied.
Nah. That's just one aspect of me. There's many sides to a person, Sharetta. Come on now.
Okay,
he said he has
many
depth
layers
and complexity.
There's many layers, yeah.
He's like an onion.
Come
He's
on.
an onion.
Many face. Man, so let me think. Yeah, Autumn, what's up with your ghosting situations?
Yeah, he said something. He said
you started to say something, and you were rudely cut off.
My bad.
So I want to give you this time and give you the floor so you can speak.
Autumn look like she done ghosted somebody. Look, she look guilty right now. She like you're caught doing something you're supposed to be.
I don't block people, so no, I don't think I have to. Dang!
No. So listen,
damn! She just dry snitched on you. She just dry snitched on you.
I'm sorry. That would have scared me too, but I just would. I don't know.
So listen, so you're the type of person, if you're gonna block them, if you're gonna ghost them, you don't block them. You just straight up just ignore. You just stop responding.
Yeah.
Yeah, you stop responding.
I think it does catch on eventually. So yeah, I just have to.
No. Smooth. You ain't answer, bro.
Oh, no, I'm not dodging. So have I ghosted people? Yeah, I have. Straight up. I'm people have been straight up. And I was straight up brutal. But I'll say this like this, right? I used to did not ghost people, okay? I happen to be a case where I got ghosted before, and then I started doing it to other people.
Oh boy, you're the opposite of me. Yeah,
the vicious cycle. The vicious cycle.
Vicious cycle. No, it changed me. Yeah, it did. Because honestly, I'm gonna keep it a band. When I got ghosted, that shit hurt my heart. Like that hurt my heart. Because I was already upset anyway. And then for you to just say F the communication, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
At least give me my last argument, goddamn me. Like that's how I felt. Like that's how I felt. Because I was that upset.
I ain't ghost nobody I knew in real life. Only people I met online, like Tinder and all that.
Nah. Like I met.
So they're not real people. They're not real people with real feelings.
No.
They say.
So you go to the AI?
I think, I guess.
Nah, I'm not saying they're not real people. Why you get worried about like that?
So you treated them like they was Google AI and you just turned them off?
I just think it's much worse if you go to the point where you actually connect with somebody in person and you they build attachment that way and then you ghost them. That's way more hurtful to somebody than people can get over somebody you were talking to online, bro. Okay, there's only so far you can connect.
That's fair. That is fair. That's fair.
He didn't ghost him. The algorithm ghosted him.
I'm dead.
You no longer show up in the feed.
I guess I ghost them when I'm not really feeling it, man. That's really it. And then it's kind of like you can't blame everybody for that. If it ain't gonna work, it ain't gonna work.
It would save people a lot of time if everybody could be more open about it. Hey, I'm not really feeling this.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me know. That kind of hurts because I was feeling you, but at least now I know.
That is what I do nowadays.
I feel like I had like a really bad ghost situation, like really bad. Like it
hurt my feelings.
Okay, so I met this guy, and it was at the point where we would like hang out all the time. He would drive 4 hours to come see me, come stay with me, blah blah blah. Like it went on for like a year and a half. I moved to LA. He comes and flies out to LA to see me. And then a couple of months later, he ghosts me. And I go on Instagram, and guess what I see?
He got a baby mama.
A baby. He got a
baby. I knew it.
They always ghost when they have a baby.
Listen here, man. He been setting that ghost up. He knew that baby was coming for 9 months.
But like when he came to visit me, of course the girl had been pregnant because you know we do the math.
Man.
We had planned trips. Like he knew that I love seafood. We're gonna go like to I think Maryland to get lobster. Blah blah blah. Like it was just
this guy.
I'm so sorry, man.
I'm cool now.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a hard ghost.
She said she done healed now, hair growing.
Right.
After she seen that baby.
Hey, that's one of them. Next time you see them, it's on.
Right. And that was a guy. That was one of the people I thought that like I just knew forever. Like opened up quickly. Like it just felt like I knew this person. I could be myself around him, and then turn around and all this bullshit happened. I'm like, wow. It hurt me because I was like, me? Really? It never happened to me before, but I'm over it.
Man,
are you even a black woman in America if you ain't had at least one dude have a baby on you?
Right?
Girl.
Damn, that's a horrible.
That's terrible.
That's a horrible.
It's terrible, but
it's the truth.
Gotta do better. Hey, you got any kids, Smooth?
No, I'm zero.
Not that I know of.
Nope.
Damn.
This is a roast Smooth today.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
But no, I'm zero. I'm zero. You know what I'm saying?
Me too. I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying? This is the first time I'm proud to be 0 and 1.
Leave by example, brother.
Does anybody have any kids?
I'm gonna take notes by Alan though. Alan, you ain't got no kids either?
Nope.
Oh, we're already, bro.
I don't think I'm married.
You sound like a
great.
my mom thanks me every day.
At this rate, I'm gonna be just the rich auntie.
The rich auntie.
There's nothing wrong with that because because I always say it, I have a selfish lifestyle, so maybe kids aren't in my future.
I love living alone. Love it.
Yeah, because because that's why next week I'm gonna I'll be like in Atlanta, and can't do that without can't do that with kids.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, get up and move wherever you want to move to.
Yeah, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, bro. My brother got 5 kids, bro, and I see how it's affecting him. I'm like, I don't think I need no. They don't need no cousins.
yeah.
Y'all can get a dog.
I mean, kids, but
I do have my dog. I do have my dogs.
Kids are a lot of work, but I always hear parents say that they're worth it.
Yeah, they're worth
they
it.
wouldn't change it.
Imagine having more than 3 kids is like literally it's double, bro. I'm
I know,
telling you.
girl. See,
I don't know how people do it.
I mean, keeping up with 5 of anything is hard. So a whole human is probably.
You got to make sure you give each of them the individual attention they need, and
right.
That's 5 meals.
They are a
loads of
half.
laundry,
make sure all of them
5
keeping up their studies, athletic events,
Ugh.
bro. Man.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
My kid.
what's your dog's name?
Hey,
Her name's Mai.
Mai.
Yeah.
Hello,
I have a doggy.
Let's see your dog too, Raven.
Okay, let me go get him.
uh-oh.
I think he might be asleep.
Raven, what you got? A Pomeranian? You got a little dog?
He's like mixed with.
No, you were stereotyping.
He's
stereotyping.
That's so hard.
I was just going by. I don't know, bro.
This man instantly said a Pomeranian.
I didn't know a Pomeranian was a stereotype. I guess that's a culture shock to me. Shoot.
Oh.
My bad.
Oh.
I like Pomeranians too. Is it a stereotype? I do. They're cute dogs, bro. You ever held one? They just snuggly and all that. They'll sit in your lap. You can ball them up. That dog
But
you got?
They don't have a long life because of their heart condition.
Yeah.
I didn't know they had a heart condition. I thought smaller dogs lived longer than bigger dogs.
He was sleeping.
Look, I don't know what kind of dog that is, but I was thinking of that one
He
too.
wasn't sleeping. He's growling.
He looked mad.
Raven, put him down.
I just knew you had some kind of small dog. I didn't mean to stereotype you, apparently.
He was asleep.
Oh, yeah.
He didn't sleep when he woke up.
Soretta said I stereotyped you, Raven.
I think I'm like sleep tonight.
Dang, he cried at you, bruh.
Oh, that's a dog right here?
He's an a-hole. I want to cuss on Smooth Will. He was mad.
That's what he
I
said.
want a dog. I just it just seems like, I mean, having a dog is almost like having a child, and
It is.
when I focus on something, I'm like I already like I just moved to Nashville like 3 months ago, and so I even though I don't even have a dog yet, I picked an apartment that was dog friendly. They have a dog park over here.
Nice.
I know where the closest vet is. Like if I wanted to, I could get doggy insurance through my job and everything, but I don't know. I'm just too nervous.
Huh?
Do you like Nashville?
It's beautiful here. I mean, I can't really do as much as I want to just because of the pandemic, but I feel like I really fit here. I originally wanted to be in Dallas because my brother lives in Dallas, but you know, God had other plans. So,
I hear you. Is that your dog?
No. That's somebody got a lawnmower or whatever the heck it is in the background. Whatever's going on.
Who vacuumed?
Yeah, that's somebody vacuum.
No, I'm thinking it's someone has a freaking like one of those dirt bikes or whatever like that.
I was like,
so don't nobody know who background that's coming from?
No, I think that's mine. That's mine.
My dog comes growling at me.
Oh yeah, it's straight. It's good now.
Raven,
well, I didn't know what that
was hilarious.
Oh man.
He likes to sleep.
What was I finna say? Oh yeah, I wanted to say thank y'all for coming on. Like I appreciate y'all. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I really do. I appreciate y'all. Even like y'all was on my head the entire time.
Because you know how to communicate.
I didn't know how to communicate. Ooh.
Communicate. That was the word of the night.
Huh?
So communication was the word of the night.
Oh yeah, that was the word. I got to rename the whole episode to just communication.
Communicate. Boom.
Communication.
There you go.
Oh man. But yeah, again, I want to thank y'all for coming on. What else did I want to say? Yeah, I do got a like an interview after this, which is like.
Oh, he's telling us to get off.
No. So I got with Penn Davis. Penn Davis, you heard of him?
Oh yeah, he went to UCA too, right?
Yeah, he did.
Oh, I mean, yeah, UCA.
I mean, I don't know who he is, and I was graduated from UCA, so I don't know.
He a rapper. He's actually no. So listen. No, legit. He really fucking talented though. Like legit cold. Like I will legit go to his album, not like on some support your album type ish. Like I want to listen to what you're saying. Because I'm keeping it a band. Some people I just be like, oh, let me give you a couple strings real quick. Like his stuff, I'm like, nah, I want to listen. You know, like you can tell, like there's a different level of time and dedication that he puts into it. Like I was able to talk to him like, what was that, like a week and a half ago, you know, and we just set up on here and we talked for like an hour because he wanted to see what the platform was like or whatever, and it was like you can tell like he different, like he definitely gonna be around.
That's what's up.
But yeah. So that's in. Oh God, yeah, that's soon. But yeah,
he's kicking us off. He's like, "Get off! Until you're ready."
So look, again, I thank y'all for coming on. We got to do this again sometime. You know, this was good. Yeah, this is
nice meeting everybody.
Y'all can submit topics. Y'all can like participate. Like I ain't got to be the only one making up topics.
All right.
Like, y'all can bring some topics to the table. Like I ain't gonna bite your head off. You know, like it is what it is.
Smooth. Stop recording the live part so that we can say our goodbyes without.
Oh yeah. My bad. So anyway, listen. This is the end of episode 22.